So, an animation community video, huh? Yeah, it's pretty clear I'm looking for views at this point. Hey there, it's me, the Cartoon Geek, and before we start, look at this! New background. Looks good, doesn't it? Makes it look like I'm actually putting effort into these. But let's get on to what I want to talk about today, and that is reviewing animation. It is a very niche subject, and there are two main reasons that I think are the cause of this. A, because children on YouTube are too stupid to understand why we like or dislike an episode, and B, the adults on YouTube have mostly stopped watching cartoons, thus will have no interest in watching a 20-something-year-old man reviewing Teen Titans Go. But I think that's probably why I like the community so much. It could be a 20-something-year-old talking about Gumball, but it can appeal to both the adults who have an interest in cartoons and the small percentage of kids with more than 3 IQ. And in fact, I'm probably the only reviewer on YouTube who isn't an adult. In fact, if it weren't for me discovering this great community, I would have probably never started making my own content. So I owe a lot to some of the creators I'm gonna talk about in this video, because I thought today I would give back and highlight some of the creators that either inspired me or ones whose content I appreciate for what they have done. Now, most of these guys you'll probably know because they are pretty big around YouTube, but if you don't know any of these people, please go watch them. I highly recommend all of them. So what have I done to make this video? Well, I decided to watch 3 videos from each creator that I really like, that show me why and hopefully you will like these creators. And I should mention that this isn't a ranking video. I don't want this video to give out the message that I like this YouTuber over that YouTuber, or this YouTuber is good and this YouTuber is bad. Oh, and before we start, consider subscribing. I mean, we hit 5 subs a few days ago, so I would say we can aim for 10 subs at the end of July, so come on, subscribe. You know you want to. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Shadow Streak. So Shadow Streak is the first person we're talking about today. He's been around since 2016 and has garnered about 17,000 subscribers. He is mainly known for his series in which he tries to review every episode of the Powerpuff Girls, which is probably the main reason people know him. His editing is really good, if I do say so myself, and he has an avatar based on the Powerpuff Girls design. As for his actual reviews, he provides a very in-depth analysis of every episode he talks about, and why certain aspects of the story may be good or may be bad. He also never just blatantly hates on an episode just because it's the new Powerpuff Girls. I mean, sure, there are episodes that he doesn't like at all, but he also has episodes he actually likes and praises and recommends people to watch, something I feel the rest of the PPG community finds pretty hard to do. He also tries to look on both sides of the coin and actually does his research when he comes to more controversial topics. Take, for example, his review of A Star is Blossom. In that video, he talks about the Jared situation, which, if you've never heard of, I suggest you go look it up on YouTube, because I really don't want to talk about it here. Just know that it revolves around this weird, horrible character Jared from the show, who is rumored to be a self-insert from the writer who also happens to voice him. He tried to look at both sides of the coin, he did his research, and formed an acceptable, educated opinion. A very good trait to have when reviewing anything in general. His points never fall flat because of this. His voice is also very engaging. He always sounds like he wants to be there, and this also helps his points get across. And did I mention his fire outro music? Like, credit to the guy he got to make this, because it is really great. I highly suggest you listen to it if you don't even consider watching the channel. Just go and listen to that outro music. One criticism I have is that sometimes his background music doesn't match his voice. In his Blender Cup review, for example, he plays a piece of music that doesn't really match the mood his voice is giving, but it happens very rarely, and when it does happen, it isn't too distracting. Overall, he deserves way more subscribers. Alpha J Show. The Alpha J Show has been making content since as early as 2015, making him one of the older reviewers on this video. He cited that his main inspirations for making animation reviews were the likes of Mr.Enter and Pie Guy Rules. His first few videos on his channel definitely had their faults. His talking volume was very low, he had what can only be described as a lisp, and on top of that, his voice carried no emotion, which didn't help things. He did improve these things after a few videos or so, and from then on I can only say good about him. His editing has improved massively over the years, and he has this sort of red, black, and white background and a panda avatar that has the same color coding that has become synonymous with his channel and is really great to look at. Out of all of the creators I'm mentioning in this video, I'm probably the biggest fan of his. His videos were some of the first I ever watched on YouTube, and I'm even a member of his Discord server. As for his actual reviews, I personally think they are the best part of his channel. Just like Shadow Streak, his analysis of a story is what shines through his videos, although I feel I would give him the slight edge over Shadow. His analysis goes as deep as each character's motivation, why the plot works and doesn't work, how the characters bounce off of each other, what an episode should or should not have done, basically almost every aspect of the story. He also has a very good idea of the essentials of comedy, knowing when a story should be funny and when it should be serious, why a joke is funny or why a joke isn't funny, and how to make things funnier. He also makes jokes centered on what he's talking about that never seem to distract from the point he's trying to make, unlike certain YouTubers on the site. His intros are never too long and are just long enough to get you interested into what he's talking about. He currently boasts a channel with around 250,000 subscribers, and I can't say they're undeserved. Steve Reviews. Steve Reviews' YouTube history can be dated back to 2008, where he just made silly sketch videos for college. He wanted to go into media production, so made his YouTube channel to show off what he could do. He eventually stopped making these in favor of reviewing cartoons and movies. His earliest reviews range from Samurai Jack and Sausage Party, which are some of his more popular videos. His editing format has improved much since he started reviewing, making changes to his online avatar to make it look more crisp, and even having this sort of desk where his character sits when he's talking about a certain topic. It's a nice little touch that gives his videos more personality from those who just have the usual floating avatars. His reviews also have more of a calm feel to them, even when he's talking about a movie he doesn't like. Now, some of you may see that as a negative, and to some extent I'd agree. It would be a nice touch if he showed a bit more anger or happiness when he's talking about something he dislikes or likes. But I also quite like the calm nature of his videos as well, because he can still deliver his points quite well without having to go overboard with his voice. If he didn't change this aspect of his videos, I certainly wouldn't mind. His YouTube channel currently has around 120,000 subscribers, which I can't say are undeserved, just like Alpha J's. And that's it, moving on. Schaffrillas Productions. Okay, by this point, I really don't want to be repeating myself constantly, so this part might be a bit short, but just know that I still rate Schaffrillas as one of the best reviewers out there. His writing is especially funny, mixing in a lot of jokes while never detracting from the points he wants to make. If anything, the jokes add to what he's saying, which makes his videos all the more enjoyable. His editing also really shines through his videos. He incorporates multiple tricks he learned when making YouTube Hoops back in 2007. Yes, he's been around since 2007, the year I was born. His voice is also very expressive when he's talking, which helps in making his points and his jokes hit harder. He is definitely one of my favorite content creators out there, and definitely deserves his 800,000 subscribers. And that's it for my Best of the Animation Community video. This was definitely one of those videos that I really wanted to make, but took me way longer than I wanted it to take. At the time of writing this, I'm currently working on my next 2 reviews. One on Gumball and one on Counterfiet Cat, so subscribe if you want to check those videos out when they come out. Follow me on Twitter, share this with some of your friends, and I'll see you whenever.